Archangel Michael says, "The moment has arrived when the unseen eyes that followed you yesterday are becoming the reason for a dangerous turn in your life. Their glance was not innocent, their presence was not random, and their intentions carried weight that will soon push you into a place you never imagined, hospital walls." The silence of yesterday hides the loud consequences of tomorrow, and the warning comes with urgency so that you prepare yourself before the sudden impact takes you unaware. The air around you is shifting, carrying whispers of fear mixed with destiny, and the steps you took yesterday are already echoing in ways that will soon matter deeply. This person did not simply look at you, they carried thoughts darker than their smile revealed, and those thoughts are about to manifest in physical harm. The road to hospitalization has been planted like a trap, and what you felt as an ordinary encounter was actually the opening of a very serious chain of events. Even now, the unseen energies are working, and the warning is clear: take this message seriously, because your body is being pulled towards something that could break you if you ignore the signs. You might feel sudden weakness, unexpected dizziness, or even sharp pain that comes without warning, and these will be signals of what is unfolding. The look you received yesterday was a trigger, and the force behind it was waiting for this very moment to strike. The urgency in this message is not to scare you but to awaken you. The one who saw you yesterday is linked to the path of pain that is coming, but this path can be broken if you prepare yourself and cover your life with protection. This hospitalization is not inevitable if you stay alert, if you strengthen yourself, and if you recognize that this is not random, it is a design that can be destroyed. Type Amen to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "Your body is precious, but there are forces that have set themselves against it. The spiritual attack is targeting your health, hoping to make you weak enough to stop your progress, because your future is brighter than what others can tolerate." That one glance yesterday was not casual, it was charged with jealousy, with intention, and with a hidden plan that only heaven could expose to you today. You must know that hospitalization is not just a place of healing. In this case, it could become a trap meant to slow you down, confuse you, and even chain your destiny. The person who saw you yesterday has spoken words against you, and those words have gone out like arrows aiming straight for your body. Their mission is to watch you break down, but the message comes now to show you how to rise above the breakdown and step into protection. The fear you may feel is natural, but understand this: warnings are given only to those who are chosen for survival. This moment is not the end, but rather the beginning of your awareness that unseen eyes are watching, and you must guard yourself carefully. Every step you take from now on must be intentional, covered in caution, because the next hours carry the weight of decisions that could either lead you to danger or to deliverance. What you thought was a normal day yesterday was actually a day of surveillance. The hospital bed is waiting, but you have the power to refuse it by staying ahead of what is being prepared. The more you ignore the signs, the closer it comes, but the more you accept this warning, the further away it will move. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The one who saw you yesterday is carrying a shadow on their shoulders. They were not meant to cross your path with good intentions, but with a plan that has been whispered into their ears by forces of darkness. Their silent gaze carried weight, and today it begins to unfold as weakness in your health and sudden disturbance in your body. This is why you feel restless even when you try to rest. This is why your mind seems unsettled and your body uneasy, because the seed of what they carried is trying to manifest in you. But you are not powerless. You are being given this revelation because your story is not finished, and your destiny is too strong to end in a hospital bed. The warning is not only about physical hospitalization, but about spiritual hospitalization, chains that trap you in cycles of sickness, financial strain, and emotional collapse. The person who saw you yesterday is the key to this chain, but keys can be broken and locks can be smashed when the truth comes out. This is your moment to take authority and cut the cord before it pulls you completely under. Even now, protection is being extended toward you, but only if you acknowledge it. The hospitalization was written against you in the unseen world, but you have been given a chance to erase it before it becomes reality. Your awareness is your power, and your belief is your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your tomorrow is at stake, but it can still be rescued. The bed that waits for you, the injections, the pain, the helplessness, it does not have to happen. The person who saw you yesterday does not hold the final word, because a higher power is speaking right now to cancel their plan. You may not understand why it had to be revealed this way, but know this: those who plot in silence often think they are safe, but heaven always exposes them at the right moment. Their energy has touched your body, and that is why you may start feeling strange signs, sudden weakness, or attacks in your sleep. But the power of exposure is greater than the power of darkness, and the truth that comes now is your saving light. This is not to terrify you, but to prepare you. You are being called to step away from careless habits, to guard your health, and to protect your life from the trap of hospitalization. Yesterday's encounter was not random, it was a message in disguise, and today it has been decoded for you. Let your spirit rise higher than fear, and let your awareness open wide, because this moment is the turning point. If you hear this and take it seriously, your path will shift, and your body will escape what was planned against it. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Archangel Michael says, yesterday's eyes were not just watching, they were calculating, measuring every step you took, and sending silent strikes into your path. The reason you feel an unusual heaviness today is because their stare was not of kindness but of hidden envy that pierced straight into your spirit. It is important that you understand, hospitalization is the weapon they are trying to use against you, but it is being revealed so that you can disarm it before it happens. The day may seem normal, yet the air around you has shifted. You may notice the little signs: your body doesn't feel the same, your sleep is interrupted, your energy feels drained. These are not coincidences but signals that something unseen is pressing against your health, hoping to push you toward the hospital bed that was whispered against you. But here is your shield, awareness. By hearing this message, you are already breaking their silent plan. Darkness survives on secrecy, and exposure weakens its grip, so know that the person who saw you yesterday is losing control the moment you are warned today. You cannot take this lightly. The hospital is waiting as a trap to distract you, weaken your body, and delay your destiny. But if you stand alert, if you guard your spirit, if you cover yourself with protection, their plan will backfire and they will face the same suffering they designed for you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The person you crossed paths with yesterday is carrying not only jealousy but also bitterness. Their silent thoughts are poison, and they want your body to absorb it without you even knowing. That is why you might feel strange pains, headaches, or even sudden tiredness that has no explanation. They think hospitalization will humiliate you, that it will stop your forward movement, that it will make you appear weak in front of others. But what they don't know is this: your life is already being surrounded by unseen protection, and the very plot that was made for you is being pulled into the light. You may have already noticed how unusual your body feels, how heavy the last few hours have been, and how restless your mind has become. These are not random, they are symptoms of the unseen battle connected to the one who looked at you yesterday. But you are not walking blind anymore. The truth is here, and the moment you acknowledge it, their plan begins to crumble. Hospital walls will not trap you if you guard yourself with this revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The stare from yesterday still lingers, almost like a shadow following you. You may feel it when you walk alone, or sense it when silence grows too heavy. It is not your imagination, it is the effect of someone's intentions trying to invade your body and your destiny. This hospitalization is not about medicine, it is about distraction. They want to stop your growth, to see you delayed, to watch you suffer while they smile secretly. But their time is short, because the power of exposure has already begun to work in your favor. Archangel Michael says, "Do not let fear control you." Fear weakens the body and opens the door for darkness, but courage builds walls of protection that no hospital plan can break through. Courage is your medicine, and awareness is your shield. Already, you can sense the shift. The heaviness around you begins to lose power once it is named, and the plans against your health begin to scatter when truth arrives. The person who thought they could harm you with a single look is already trembling because their secret has been revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The message is urgent because time is close. The hospitalization plan is not for months away, it is designed for days, maybe even hours ahead. That is why this moment matters so much, because your life has been given a chance to step aside from danger before it locks you in. Your steps from now on must be intentional. Guard what you eat, where you go, who you allow close, because the forces behind yesterday's glance are waiting for a weak moment. But when you walk with this warning, you walk with light that breaks their shadows. This is not just about sickness, it is about being targeted by spiritual jealousy. The one who saw you cannot stand the blessings rising in your life, and they would rather see you in a hospital bed than on the path of your success. That is why their gaze carried weight, because their envy has turned into silent attack. But hear this: your destiny is stronger than their jealousy, your health is more protected than their hatred, and your tomorrow is brighter than their darkness. Their plan may be loud in the unseen, but the truth you receive now speaks louder and carries more power. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The path you walked yesterday may feel like it is behind you, but in reality, it is still unfolding. The eyes that watched you carried intention, and that intention is shaping events around your body even as you read this. What seems like a memory of yesterday is actually a living seed trying to bear fruit in your life today. The heaviness in your chest, the sudden tiredness, the waves of unease, they are the beginning of what was released against you. The hospital bed has been whispered into your destiny as if it were already waiting for you, but this message interrupts the script they tried to write. Every word you are receiving now is a key that unlocks the chains tied to your body. Do not let your mind wander into fear, because fear feeds what was planned. Instead, Focus on the power of awareness, because awareness drains the strength of what was hidden. Their intention cannot fully manifest once it is exposed under the light of truth. This is why you were chosen to receive this message now, not later. Later would have been too late, later would have meant pain had already settled in your body. But today, right now, you are being given the choice to guard yourself and break the plan before it drags you into the hospital. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Archangel Michael says, the one who saw you is carrying not just envy but a spirit of destruction. Their gaze was laced with poison, and their silence yesterday was louder than words. This poison was meant to weaken you, to make you fragile, to push you closer to the walls of a hospital. But heaven has already stepped in. You are being lifted above their intentions, but only if you hold on to this warning and live with alertness. This message is not random, it is time to protect you before you step into their trap. The truth may feel heavy, but it is also your shield. Without this knowledge, you would walk blind into the hospital room they have prepared in their heart for you. But with this knowledge, you can walk boldly, knowing their secret is no longer secret. This is not the end for you. Their jealousy is loud, their hatred is strong, but your destiny is greater. You were not born to be trapped in a hospital bed, you were born to walk with power, and this revelation ensures you continue on that path. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. The person who watched you yesterday may act innocent if confronted. They may smile, they may laugh, they may even pretend to care for you, but behind their mask is the reason you feel drained right now. Their false face is the cover for the attack they want to see unfold. What you don't realize is that hospitalization is not just a physical attack, it is spiritual delay. Time lost in pain, energy wasted in recovery, blessings slowed down while you are distracted with weakness. That is what they want, but it is not what will happen if you rise up with awareness. Already, you are beginning to sense the shift. What was meant to trap you is now losing its grip. The more you understand, the more powerless their glance becomes. Do not ignore the small signs. Your body is speaking, your spirit is warning, and this message is confirmation. You are not imagining it, the battle is real, but your victory is already written. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Every trap requires secrecy, and every curse requires silence. The person who saw you yesterday was counting on you being blind to their intent. They thought you would go on living carelessly, walking straight into the danger they had prepared. But your awareness has changed everything. This hospitalization is no longer inevitable, it is breakable. It can be stopped, it can be reversed, and it can even return to the one who planned it. Their eyes yesterday were heavy with envy because of your rising blessings. You are stepping into a new season, and they cannot stand the sight of your progress. That is why they want you sick, delayed, or broken. But light always shines brighter than darkness. This revelation is your light, and with it you will continue moving forward while their plan falls apart before their own eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You are entering into a critical time where your choices matter more than ever. Every step must be guarded, every action intentional, because the unseen battle is pressing closer. Yet, do not let fear control you, fear is the doorway they want you to open. Instead, step forward with courage. Courage confuses darkness, courage strengthens your body, and courage breaks the plan of hospitalization. You are stronger than you feel, and you are protected more than you know. The person who saw you thought their glance was enough to trap you. They thought their jealousy was enough to stop you. But they miscalculated. They did not expect the message of warning to reach you in time. Now, the power is shifting. They are losing control, and their own steps are becoming heavy with the very energy they tried to place on you. Their plan is breaking while your path is clearing. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The moment their eyes locked on you yesterday, something shifted in the unseen. It was not just a glance, it was a transfer of energy, a release of intentions shaped by bitterness and envy. That is why your spirit has been uneasy, because your body already knows what your mind has only now been told. The hospital is not just a place of treatment in this plan, it is the destination where your strength would be drained and your joy delayed. They want you trapped there, helpless and vulnerable, while they watch your blessings fall apart. But the truth exposed today has already begun to tear down that outcome. What they planted through their gaze is like a seed, but this message is the fire that burns it before it can grow. You are not powerless, and you are not unprotected. Your awareness today is the weapon that makes yesterday's scheme lose its strength. Take this moment as the turning point. Do not walk casually, do not dismiss the heaviness you feel. It is not ordinary, it is connected to what they sent against you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to hear this because danger has already started circling. The person who saw you did not come by chance, they were positioned in your path as part of the plan. But exposure at the right time destroys the work of darkness. They do not expect you to know this. They do not expect you to recognize that the sudden tiredness, the waves of pain, the restless nights are connected to their silent actions. But now you do, and that knowledge is a shield around your body. Their envy is not small, it has been building. The blessings in your life are making them restless, and they would rather see you hospitalized than rising higher. That is why their stare yesterday carried such weight, because it was born from jealousy that has turned into silent warfare. Do not let this frighten you. Fear empowers them, but courage disarms them. Stand firm in this revelation, and watch as their plan collapses before it reaches you. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The hospital is waiting in their imagination, but that is not where your story will end. The beds, the injections, the delays they hope to see are already slipping from their grip. Because the moment their intention was revealed, the power began to shift in your favor. You may already feel the difference, the heaviness trying to lift, the confusion beginning to clear, the sudden sense of strength returning. These are signs that you are no longer walking blindly, you are walking with knowledge that cancels their silence. Do not be surprised if you notice strange resistance around you in the coming days. The one who saw you will sense their plan is failing, and they may grow restless. But rest assured, their hands cannot touch you when the light has already exposed them. This is the reason for the urgency. Not next week, not next month. This was meant to unfold soon, very soon. That is why heaven stepped in today with this direct warning. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The one who saw you yesterday is closer than you think. They are not a stranger, but someone familiar, someone whose presence you would not immediately suspect. That is why their glance carried such power, because it came from closeness wrapped in envy. They may smile at you, but inside they are restless. They may speak kindly, but behind their words is a storm. The hospital plan they want for you is their way of keeping you down while they laugh in secret. But they do not know the strength of your destiny. Your life has already been marked for greatness, and no hospital walls can contain what has been written for you. Their plot may be real, but your victory is greater. This is your moment to take authority. Their stare was meant to break you, but this warning is meant to build you stronger. Their silence was meant to hide the truth, but exposure is meant to set you free. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The energy they sent yesterday is already returning back to them. What they meant for you is circling back toward their own life, because the balance of justice is real and cannot be denied. What was planted against you is already turning into the harvest they must face. You will begin to see signs of this shift. They may grow weaker, they may face sudden challenges, they may stumble where they thought they were strong. That is because their plan has been broken, and the arrows they fired at you are finding their way back. Do not be alarmed when this happens. It is not your doing. It is the natural order of light and darkness. What was released against you must return once it is exposed. This is why you are safe. The hospital was never your final destination, only a plan written in secret. But today, that plan has been torn apart. Type Amen to get blessing 2222.